Hello, my name is Moises Morales. Today I will be doing a presentation on the media and its influence on female participation in politics. I'll start off by mentioning there is much evidence to support that the media obstructs women's representation in politics worldwide. These differences in coverage have gone far to call female candidates' credibility into question, creating obstacles for election. Three ways in which the media obstructs women's representation in politics are: 1. Female candidates receive significantly less coverage than males. 2. The content of the coverage for females often omits their policy stance, giving voters little relevant information. And 3. The media reinforces stereotypical beliefs about males and females. Now, the media has played a variety of important roles since the founding of the United States, mainly serving as a conduit of information between the government and the citizens it represents. Now, along with being a vessel of communication, the media also assists the public in holding the government accountable by investigating the representational messages issued. Along with these social responsibilities, the news media also possesses an ulterior, self-serving purpose of making money. Now, regardless of that last fact, the media still serves as a main source of communication between the general public and those who represent them. Now, Friedkin and Kenny do mention that reporters and editors favor male senators over female senators in terms of paragraphs written, the amount of coverage, and the accuracy of these messages. This is important because underreporting of female candidates can lead to questions about the candidate's validity. A good example of this is Irene Saez's 1998 presidential campaign in Venezuela, where different levels of coverage seem to be based on gender. Over the course of the campaign, interest and coverage fell considerably lower levels than that of her male counterparts. The combination of lack of horse race coverage, paired along with the focus on her sexuality, caused Saez to lose credibility in the eyes of many of her voters, which ultimately contributed to her defeat. Now, the type of coverage women candidates receive can go far in shaping the public's opinion of them. Hillary Clinton and Sarah Palin in 2008 serve as good examples. Each woman was heavily scrutinized and received more negative coverage than that of their male opponents. Now, the type of coverage that media portrays or provides on a politician, female politicians, can influenced by several different factors. Now, gender stereotypes held by members of the media are one of the most important factors. For most of these stereotypes, they lead to the perception of females having greater compassion, possessing more communal traits, while males possessing more genetic traits. This may result in disadvantage for female candidates that are vying for an office where genetic traits are more coveted. Now, news stories highlighting female candidates' appearance, their role as a mother, and her compliance to gender role expectations were present in most case studies of females examined throughout. Specifically, Hillary Clinton 2008 serves as a good example of campaign's coverage to rely on gender stereotypes and even overt sexism. Clinton experienced instances of differential treatment, negative coverage more than her counterparts, experienced blatant sexist comments aimed at her appearance and demeanor, as well as continuously undermined due to her association with the power of husband Bill. Differences in coverage have gone far to call female credibility into question. Now, fortunately, there are several ways that the media can alter their approach and improve women's representation in politics. One of the most influential ways the media can encourage and improve women's representation in politics is to take note from many different sources, such as new media sources, and begin to challenge the types of social economic norms that have been established and have basically kept women down, or not giving them an equal playing field. New media differ from traditional or old media in that structure, ownership, and participation are new and directly challenge the monopoly on mass communication possessed by traditional media producers. This concept was presented by a study done in 2013 by the European Parliament in hopes that it would eliminate or at least curtail ulterior motives or motivations for media entities, such as profit or pressure from a supervisory entity. Now, a second way that the media can improve women, as well as other representative groups' representation in politics, is to adhere to the social responsibility media theory. This theory maintains that the media has certain social obligations within the context of liberal society. This theory needs to be adopted by media entities worldwide to hopefully take the shift away from profits and bring a more balanced approach. This does need to take place before any large-scale real change can occur, at least to some extent. Now, the relationship between the media and politicians has always been quite tumultuous, so to speak. Two groups simply need each other to function. Politicians need attention. Media needs something to talk about, something to sell, something to show their advertisers. Now, for the most part, these types of differences have resulted in disadvantages for female politicians or candidates, although there are occasions in which female candidates use differential treatment to her advantage. Now, if I was a media campaign manager for women running for political office, very first rule I would establish is in regards to the media is to take whatever the media gives you and make it work for you. Best example is Angela Merkel and her mommy problem or situation. She turned it into two different positives for two different campaigns, two different reasons. Initially in 2005, the mommy problem helped Merkel appear more left leaning than other members of her right wing party, thus appearing to be more towards the center, appealing to the larger pool of moderate voters. Second example comes from Merkel in 2009 in her re election campaign. Now, the mommy problem now focused to her not having kids. Instead of that being a negative, Merkel shifted it and transformed herself into a metaphorical mother for the entire country, which is brilliant. Now, the second rule I would establish for my candidate is in relation to the media is to take ownership of external factors, no matter what, make them like you. Michelle Bachelet is a good example of this. Her ability to overcome many obstacles in the rise to the presidency of Chile. She utilized all external sources available to her and emphasized action in areas of personal strength. Did this by utilizing her professional background as a medical doctor to assure skeptics of her capabilities to lead, as well as using her personal charisma and charm to become the most popular candidate among the citizens. Finally, the third rule that I would tell my candidate put for them would be to have get all women behind you as much as possible. Take advantage of being first. Take advantage of having shared experiences, the opinions, the viewpoints that women share that men simply don't. It's important for females to relate on a personal level to other females, not only potentially gain their support, but also to foster a positive growth of attitude toward female candidates so that hopefully one day it could lead to a truly level playing field for women, as well as all other underrepresented groups. Thank you.